Hi, ladies. You know what I realized? Most women do not struggle because they lack information. They struggle because they do not trust themselves enough to maintain themselves consistently. And that shows up everywhere from relationships to money, in their beauty, their health, and even their body. For years, I thought expensive energy was mostly aesthetics. Aesthetics is a part of it, but it's not everything. I now understand that expensive energy is actually maintenance, bodily stewardship. And one of the ways I maintain myself is through a peptide and longevity protocol. Not necessarily because I need biology, I think or believe that biology needs fixing, but because I believe that body stewardship creates better outcomes in life. So, today I want to share with you my protocol, but more importantly, the mindset behind it because self trust changed how I cared for my body. Before we dive in, a quick introduction. Hello, my name is Ashana. Welcome to LAJA. I help women cultivate self trust so they attract better outcomes in life, ranging from their body to their relationships and finances. If that sounds like something you're remotely interested in, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Join my community, LAJA Soft Living Society, which is linked in the comment section and the description box of this video, and follow along in this video where I'll be sharing with you my peptide protocol. So, self trust and body relations are something that's really close to my heart. I struggled so long for years with health anxiety after a health challenge that left me devastated and having a lot of trust issues in my body and my capacity to hold on to more health, hold on to more money, and hold on to a healthy relationship. A lot of women operate from reaction, ladies. They wait until they feel exhausted, burned out, inflamed, emotionally depleted, and then they intervene. At least I know this was the case for me. It wasn't until my body forced me to stop and pay attention that I really realized that the masculine path that I was on was not sustainable or the way to go for the long term. Self trust changed that for me. I began to recultivate and rebuild my self trust because it was impacting my relationships, like I said earlier on, my money, and also my view, my self concept, how I viewed myself. I didn't feel like I was capable enough to hold on to more responsibility, which means I sabotaged opportunities, I sabotaged relationships because I didn't feel safe in my body. I want us to ask ourselves, how do I support myself before things become emergencies? Asking yourself this question is the expensive energy way. It's prioritizing maintenance before crisis. So, this protocol or this peptide protocol that I'm about to share is not about punishment. It's not about it's not about perfection either. It's not about fixing and nitpicking at what's wrong with our body or my body in this case, but it's really about support. It's about support, body stewardship, and self maintenance. I love peptides, and I know it's a hot topic right now. And I want to share my current protocol. I encourage you to work with your doctor and your primary care physician. All these peptides that I'm actually about to list are gotten from a 503A compound pharmacy, which means that they are regulated and they are not gray market peptide suppliers. So they're safe and you work under the guidance and counsel of a doctor. If you want to have your own personalized peptide protocol for weight loss, skin, health, anxiety, mental well-being and health, you're welcome to schedule a 15-minute complimentary call with me to learn how you can go about getting on these peptides for your own benefits and your own personal goals. So, my expensive energy protocol for longevity, for health, and for beauty, because my goal is always to look hot and healthy. I want to be hot and I want to be healthy because health is wealth, and when you have health, you have everything. So, the first peptide, or in this case, this is actually a coenzyme, and it is called NAD. NAD is hands down my favorite coenzyme or peptide, and for me, this coenzyme represents energy stewardship. I use it because energy affects everything: your emotional regulation, your discipline, your patience, your consistency. You cannot embody expensive energy if you're chronically depleted. An NAD works on a cellular level to revive your energy levels and mental clarity. This is the peptide or coenzyme that helps kick my health anxiety to the curb and give me a more brighter outlook in life. So NAD is one that I absolutely love. I will link where I get mine down in the comment section or in the description box for your reference. So NAD is my number one. It has anti-aging properties and is just all around amazing if you're getting into the peptide game. So, the second peptide that I am on and I plan to be on, I will cycle through this on and off, and it may be a bit controversial, and I will explain my reasoning. And that is microdosing GLP 1s and with GIP. This is not necessarily about shrinking myself, although I do love looking slim and it is a motivating factor for me. I recently went through a weight loss journey where I lost most of my weight naturally. But the reason I'm microdosing GLP 1s is really about creating less food noise and more regulation, because expensive energy is not about chaos, it is containment. When your biology feels more stable, your decisions often do too. You're not constantly thinking about when your next meal is, the thoughts of grazing, constant food craving, and noises. I know when I started microdosing GLP 1, my skin tightened up, my waistline tightened up, my face tightened up. I looked more snatched physically. And there are a plethora of benefits that I go into in my school on the research behind GLP 1s, microdosing specifically, and the benefits of going this route for longevity and health purposes. Microdosing GLP 1s also helps with cardiovascular health as well as blood sugar levels. So there are a lot of benefits to microdosing this for the long term. And again, I don't stay on this peptide constantly. I cycle through it on and off. So that is the second peptide that I am on in my expensive energy protocol, microdosing GLP 1. The next or the third peptide I absolutely love is called glutathione. I view glutathione as support because your body carries stress, environmental toxins, inflammation, and maintenance matters. We need to support and maintain the organs that maintain our body, and that organ is specifically the liver. The liver is your body's detoxifying organ, and glutathione helps to support and ensure that it is optimally detoxifying your body of all the BS and crap that it's being fed and put through daily. Glutathione is a master antioxidant that not only helps with detoxification, it also helps give you a glow. It helps with your skin health as well. Another supplement I'm on that creates or acts as a precursor to glutathione is NAC, N-acetylcysteine, and that is a supplement that I am also on for the mental health benefits. I go into more of that in my school, so I encourage you to join to learn more about it. But if you struggle with depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar, this supplement, NAC, as well as glutathione, are shown scientifically to help ease a lot of those symptoms and help improve upon it. Again, I'm not giving doctors advice. Please consult with your doctor. I'm just giving you what has worked for me when I have struggled with my own mental health. I plan to be on glutathione for for the detoxification as well as the beautification benefits for the long term. The fourth peptide that I am on is methylene blue. For me, this supports cognitive performance and mental clarity. So for my ladies that struggle with brain fog or mental or struggle with focus, this peptide is for you. You don't have to inject this one, you can have it and supplement it orally. Expensive energy requires good decisions, and good decisions require capacity, and this peptide gives you just that. I absolutely love methylene blue for protecting my brain and cognitive health for long term, especially for someone like me that has struggled with mental health issues. before. This just ensures that I'm putting a premium or an insurance on my brain health and longevity, because my brain is one of my biggest assets and I want to protect it for the long term. So methylene blue is going to help with my clarity, my focus, and my overall cognitive brain function. So, the peptide that I'm on, and I also cycle through this one as well, is called Simax. Simax is also part of my cognitive and focus support protocol because self trust is easier when your brain feels supported. This peptide in particular helped me through depressive episodes. In fact, all of these, with the exception of the GLP-1, help with depression and anxiety regulation and management. But this one in particular is amazing if you struggle with anxiety, if you struggle with focus, if you struggle with depression as well, especially if it's linked to bipolar disorder. I find that this has helped me stay mentally sharp and mentally agile, and I plan to be on this peptide for the long term. Again, if you want to learn more about peptides and the protocols and the different types that there are out there, I encourage you to join my community, LAJA Soft Living Society, or better yet, if you want to learn and for me to curate a personalized protocol for you, where you work with doctors and also a compounded 503 pharmacy that is regulated and has strong integrity, you can also book a 15 minutes complimentary call, and we'll talk about what your goals are, whether they range from weight loss to skin to beauty to mental health and more. So, the mistake, and I don't want a lot of us women to make when we're embarking on the route of peptides, is to think that these protocols create your identity. They don't. Identity creates maintenance, and peptides cannot create that. What creates it is discipline, boundaries, self respect, standards, self trust. Your protocols, these peptide protocols, should support your identity, not replace it. We're going for long term sustainability, not necessarily short term quick fixes. So, I really want us to ensure that we are having the healthy habits at the basis to support these protocols. And these protocols are like an icing on the cake, but not necessarily the whole cake. Expensive energy, like I said earlier on, is about maintaining before collapse, supporting your body before it cries for help or gives way, reducing preventable suffering, creating systems, thinking long term, investing in capacity. I don't use these peptides or use these protocols because I dislike my body. Quite the contrary, I use them because I respect it, and that difference matters. So, ladies, the question is not what protocol should I use, although I can definitely guide you on what protocol you should use for your personalized goal. Again, book your 15-minute consultation with me, it's complimentary, or you can message me in my school. The better question is, do I trust myself enough to maintain myself consistently? Because expensive energy is not built from intensity, it's built from stewardship, body stewardship. And stewardship creates sustainable outcomes. So, I'm going to end things here and say this. This is my personal protocol and experience. It's not medical advice or individualized health guidance. Research thoroughly and work with your qualified doctor or professionals when making decisions about your health. And I will say that that is it. That is it, and that is all. So I'll see you all in the next video. This is my peptide protocol as of 2026, and I'll let you know if it changes. So let me know, are you on any peptides? What are your views on peptides? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on our 15 minutes one on one call or in my school. Bye.